And we are live. You can catch us on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and Twitch. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll be right back with you, Howlers. Howls over Baaz. I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Rico Savage.
And
I'm
today,
Brian D. Oh,
Go ahead.
We tell him.
My bad. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we have a very special guest today. I'm gonna have him introduce himself to our audience. Tell him a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Got you. My name is Brian D. I do a lot of things, but my 9 to 5, I work at Power 6. Been there for 12, 13 years. I own a DJ agency, tour manage, book artists for different shows. Do a lot, I guess.
So tell us a bit about your experience at Power 106.
I started as an intern back in 2012, I'd say. Yeah, about 2012, fresh out of college. Did my internship, and then I got my first job on the street team, which kind of led to everything. So I was doing like the groundwork, pretty much hustling, networking for about 4 years. And then I got an assistant role and then moved up from there.
How'd you get into something like that?
College, pretty much.
What was your major?
Radio broadcasting with the minor in music management.
Okay.
So I'm
Makes
like
sense.
right
Makes
where I
sense.
want to be
Yeah.
at, like right in that pocket.
A lot of people don't do what they went to college for.
Oh man,
You know what I mean?
I love it.
I know that is true. A lot of people don't.
Yeah. Or they like start and then they like drop off.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh well, I gotta change majors. But no, I saw it out, and yeah, I'm here.
So this is the path that you are, the vision
That I started out with.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Shout out to Cece from K-Day. She was one of my inspirations that like kind of got me into the whole thing. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Damn, that's-
I went to one of her events when I was like 15 and kind of just met her on the streets and then kept following her, and I was like, yo, this is cool. Like, you know, are you guys hiring? And I was like a 16-year-old kid still in high school. She's like, not yet. So
She was at what station?
Wild 96.1 out here in San Bernardino.
Yeah, that was back in the day. 96.1.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You said it right now.
Vintage. So yeah, I met her at her event, and we just kind of got started talking. So now we kind of work together. She's at the sister station K-Day. And then so I guess we work together because my job, I oversee Power, K-Day, Cali 93.9, and KLOS. It's not only Power 6.
What do you oversee for them?
The street teams, pretty much like where we go out for like events, different promotional aspects of the job, like getting us into parades, things like that. So
Dang, so you're busy. Like, you're moving.
because like
that's
4 stations. Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know that people work for all those, like more than one station. I thought it would be. I had
just
no
one
no clue.
It's a branch.
Media company.
It's a branch off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the parent company is Merlo Media, and then they own all the other companies. So
Has it always been like that? Or they bought them, or how?
I mean through the years it got like bought out. But
Okay.
I started with like Power 6 back when it was just Power.
Okay.
Yeah, before we merged and bought companies and things like that.
So you meet like a lot of artists and things like that, like all the
You see
time.
his
Yeah,
page.
all the
He's
time.
damn near famous too. Shit.
chill. Still working at it.
So how'd
I
you
mean,
get
they
into
come up and they do interviews and they're promoting their projects and things like that. So
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
How'd you get into the DJ business?
me and my friend, me and my friend, DJ SMS, shout out. We started during the pandemic. We kind of saw a void and we kind of
You're
took
doing like
took
lives,
advantage.
lives on Instagram type thing.
No,
for
we were just we were just hitting up bars that were staying open.
Oh,
like,
shit.
do you guys need DJs? Whoop de woo, and kind of setting up parties and yeah,
Damn.
kind of went up from there.
Yeah, because like people that were making moves during the vid, they
made a lot of money.
they're making a lot of money.
Yeah,
Man.
nobody-
like streamers and all that shit.
Yes,
It's crazy,
dude.
bro.
Yes, I should have started back then. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Twitch is like the new wave of like DJing at the house or like you're DJing in a car.
A couple of people a couple of DJs that we had on, they actually, even Angie V, you had her on, and she was talking about how she does Twitch on Sundays, I think, like that, with the green screen background,
And even
K-Tech.
K-Tech. Shout out to
She does
K-Tech.
EDM.
Yeah.
They have a green screen background and shit.
But now
that's a whole new
Kicks,
thing.
but now Kicks taking over because I guess Twitch ain't paying as much anymore. So now Kicks like in and they're paying. So now I guess a lot of people are going to Kick. Yeah, we're on Kick right now, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out all the kickers out there.
Kickers and twitchers.
whatever y'all are called.
Yeah, dude, Kick's the thing right now.
I actually hosted now that you say it, one of the Scam Artist streams back in the day, like during the pandemic.
Scam artists. That's I think NGV and all them. She's
Her Precise and Just Incredible and
it's a whole team.
Yeah. I hosted two others during like COVID just to go up and like, hey, drop some coins in the chat or whatever. You know,
shit,
it was cool.
Lit. Yeah. And then and then I'm you invited me to one of the things. I think it was like 03 Greedo when he first got out of jail. Mm-hmm. So like, how do you put those together? Like, how was that, or what would you call that?
So those are like our up next shows. So it's booked by either E-Man, Charisma, or like if I know artists, like I'll kind of just like throw the name in, in the pot. But they kind of set them up around like project drops. So
that makes sense.
So whatever 03 Greedo was like working on at the time, Charisma reached out to him and kind of got the whole thing facilitated. But we run those like a kind of like a 106 in Park, like a BT type of vibe, right?
Dope as fuck.
Yeah. So we'll like keep everybody in like one little room, drinking, eating food, and then we'll like move them into the studio, and it's all set up like
that shit was dope.
Scripted.
Imagine like your favorite artist. You seen your favorite artist, and you're like
intimate
from right here to like where the wall's at, and he's having a interview with like one of the high DJs in LA.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean, type shit, and it's pretty dope.
It's lit.
Yeah, it was lit.
Yeah, I actually love those events just because it's so like
personal.
They connect, So
that was dope.
But yeah,
it's probably good to like connect with artists that you'd always wanted to work with, and now it's just a normal world for you now, huh?
Yes and no. I mean, like I just see them like normal people, to be honest. But like I've met a lot of people that are like that. I'm like not starstruck, but like I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Who was it that you was like where you was like, oh shit, that's him?
Justin Bieber, J. Cole. Like I've seen Drake up close, like from where we're at. I actually have Drake's dad's phone number. It's like random. Oh, but shit. Like just
we're gonna interview his dad
with him actually.
But it didn't go through.
Super cool dude.
Pooch, I guess, is always with him.
This is artist or something like
that. Something. But he it's crazy. Like I don't believe a lot of people, but the thing is, he was actually
FaceTime.
They showed him coming from like an award show, and they were together.
Yeah,
they were actually together. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like he was the one that's gonna come on. He was like, hey, we can interview his dad too. But something happened with the girl that kind of connected the whole thing. Yeah. And it just didn't work out. It didn't work out because of that.
Hater.
I know that's literally what it came down to. Being a hater, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's really what it came down to.
Damn.
You know how that kind of works.
Hating on the vibes.
How does does that happen a lot when you want to do certain shows? Are you trying to get certain things approved or?
Not really. I mean, like we're like over at Power, we're like a family, To be honest, like we listen to like each other's like music ears and things like that. So like if I find somebody, like I'll bring it up, and if someone else finds somebody, then they'll bring it up too. But shout out to DJ E-Man. He's actually like trusted me to like book a lot of the local cats for like the basketball games and things like that. So
I've been listening to E-Man for so long, dude.
Legend.
Like, you know what I mean? Legend. Like, dude, that's crazy. You're working with these people that I've been hearing like my whole life.
Man, bro, same. Same.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Like I would like listen to him do like the mix to announce concerts and stuff, and I'm like, now I work with him.
Yeah. See him every day and shit.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, what up,
you ever thought?
Yeah, he's pretty much giving me free reign to like book a lot of like the like True Cars, EKE, the people that aren't mainstream yet but are on their way there.
These are young rappers. He's kind of old, so
young rappers like the same age. That like the kids fuck with.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So like we bring them out to high schools and the kids go crazy for these.
Yeah, I've seen some of the things that you posted. Yeah,
and it's like, just by keeping my like ear to the street, I'm like,
I mean, shit, doing that. I mean, you're damn near A&R. Have you ever thought about?
Honestly,
I've gotten asked. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've gotten asked to like A&R projects, like behind the scenes, like just to kind of set up, different features and things like that. But like, I don't take it too seriously, but I should. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
But
yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, what's your next step? The step that you want to get to now, like everybody wants to move up the ladder. Like, what would that next step be for?
Probably, honestly, bro, to be like a Gentry. Like I know y'all like had him on last week or the week
for
before.
310 Babies.
Yeah.
But
all
his like
artists,
his whole journey is like
through him.
like it's like wow,
So you want to like find that one and then like help build them and stick with
and then
I think Rico sings now. Did you know that?
Chris Brown ain't ready for that
like,
shit. Chris Brown ain't ready. You know what I mean? Nah, but
no, I'm just messing.
that's damn near what you're. It sounds like what you're doing, and I mean, and shit. You've even helped me out like with the my artists and shit like that, and,
I'm like I guess a dot connector,
right?
You know what I mean? Like if I know a plug, then I'll kind of help people get to different spots.
And with your boy, what's his name? Fatel.
Oh yeah, Fatel.
Fatel, yeah, him. You know what I mean? Shout out Fatel. You set us up with him. That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. Hopefully we can get something out of it. Yeah.
So I mean that's just one avenue that I do, and then I also like do my own clubs and stuff like that, like DJ hosting. So I do a lot, but I'm out there.
You should make it pretty humble,
just for the bag.
Like just how you're talking.
As fuck.
I am. I try. I you know what? I pride myself on that. Actually. Yeah. I'll stop and talk to anybody.
You're not too Star Trek type of person, and you're more like like that's cool.
I'm nobody.
Like that's how you
fucks with me.
But that's how you move. So like that movement is so valuable to be moving so quick through things. Is being like that, and that's cool. I like that.
Man.
I respect
appreciate
that.
Thank you.
What venue are you? Is it every venue, or you have like a home base? As far as like the venue for the DJing and
just different contracts, to be honest. Like we have a big contract up in Westlake Village, like next to Calabasas, with the club we've been doing for like 3 years, pretty much since we started.
And Calabasas got clubs?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's nice out there too.
I know it's nice. What I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll tell you some stuff off of this, but yeah, it's wild.
I used to party out that way all the time, dude, and it is wild.
Yeah,
it's different.
Damn,
it's
rich,
different
rich
world.
sure.
Yeah, different world. They ain't used to like people like us going through the club like that. That's the difference. You know what I mean? So it's pretty easy to swoop. That's what I'm saying.
I've been you know what is like super random? I've been there when like Reba McEntire will walk in. Some of the Rams players come in. Like Nas was there one night. It was super random. I'm like, okay, cool. Like
that's dope,
like
dude.
Fucking Game will pull up. The guy that played Barney on the original Barney.
That's what I was in the
suit.
costume.
Yeah.
No shit,
dude. Yeah.
What?
I swear.
He was probably the littest in the club.
You know what?
He got wild as shit.
He's like an older cat, but he knows how to get down. Sure.
We got to hear that story off air.
I know,
sure.
I want to know how Barney gets down.
Yeah.
That's what I.
He was fucking with baby Bob.
Jesus, disgusting. He got a sick mind,
right? Hey, I mean,
he does though. He does. I've been telling that for a long time.
Just a little bit. Hey, you know what I mean? That's my
yeah. So besides Calabasas, we have like a couple of like the Calaveras locations. We do those downtown Fullerton, downtown Santa Ana, L.A. Like,
and when you say contracts, so you guys are there for a certain amount of time?
Yeah. Like they'll normally lock us in for like a year, 6 months.
Do you get the contracts, or do you have other people that handle that?
I mean, just me and my boy. Pretty much, we've just been doing it from the ground up.
Oh shit,
that's big time shit, dude. Because that's sales. That's like a whole nother world. Getting contracts. I mean, I know you have a big name behind us, but that's badass, dude.
Yeah.
So you know how to link up with all that kind of stuff.
With like we like to work with owners, directly. Like, so it's like, okay, like what's the void that you need? Do you need a DJ? Do you need promoters? Do you need this? Do you need that? And then we'll just kind of like put it.
You guys have a
cool
promotion
little
team?
Package together. In house, yeah.
So it'd be like somebody from the radio station that will come host and with their name and then bring people up.
Not necessarily the radio station. Like I try to keep as much separate as I can, but I do involve them. Like if there's a set time or something that I could kick to one of the DJs, and I will. Okay. But like I'm not like, Pound 6, you know what I mean? Like I'm very like
your name does it for itself.
Exactly. Yeah, and like I like to think that our agency is growing enough so where it's getting the traction that it deserves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So,
dang, that's cool. Do you deal with any type of advertisement stuff?
Paid ads on like social media.
You do.
Really,
I'm barely, dude. We knew nothing about that when we started this. It was just to have fun.
Yeah.
And I'm barely, dude. I'm talking to 2 different people right now, trying to get it closed. But that takes forever. So I'm talking. I have talked to way more people, but they haven't gotten back.
Yeah.
The thing is, I guess, because I'm dealing with other people, they're like, I guess it's a good thing as long as they haven't told you no. But yeah, I'm hoping everything works. Even HBO Max hit us up, dude.
Oh shit.
Which is kind of like surprised, but they haven't responded after like the fourth email. But a lot of people are saying they might be just looking to like that right spot for you. So I don't know, man, but it's cool, it's crazy. I've never dealt with that. Yeah. I'm completely brand new to that.
Do you know what's like for like the music business in general, like podcasting, music, distribution, like there's no blueprint to it. You just gotta like
that's what it is.
Like knock on doors and just
figure
see what
it out.
happens. Just figure it out, you know. And like the bigger the platform gets, the more people you'll just bring in organically.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what it was for us.
Yeah, and like with us, like we try to use Eventbrite to like promote things like Instagram paid market. You know what I mean? Like just different shit, but just being true to ourselves is like what what's really gonna like push us over the top. But yeah,
damn, that's dope, dude. So like that next spot, you're like, okay, so I know you're an entrepreneur outside of Power 106.
Yeah,
how far are you looking to take that?
As far as we can, honestly. Like it started as a vision of like not necessarily only club stuff, but we were doing like private parties. We could book jumpers for you if you need to, you know, for your house, you know. And then we just noticed that majority of our clientele that was coming in was clubs because we were out in the club world ourselves before we even started the agency, you know. So it just kind of
for the nightlife. A lot of people don't realize that shit is like it's tiring. Being out every night, even if you don't drinking makes it even worse. But like when you're partying, but like just not doing it, how does that like affect like as far as like your mental and everything? Yeah.
I mean, I drink, but not as like you know.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm not an alcoholic, but like I'll social drink. But I think being like I just enjoy being out, to be honest. And like I live over here, so I'm like driving to LA. Yeah. To like do my work, and then I'm driving home, you know, like at least an hour that I have to account for, you know. But I've been doing it for so long that I think I'm just like used to it, you know. So like driving over here was like almost 2.5 hours from the station.
Oh, cause
but I accounted for it. Like I'm gonna leave at 4:00, get here by like 6:30.
Yeah.
But, damn, 4 and you got your time.
Where's the station at? It's in
Burbank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Burbank,
yeah. And you live out this way though, huh?
Down the street.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
I mean, not directly,
not in that street,
like
yeah.
15 minutes away. Yeah. Back to what we were talking about too. Like, I think with my boy Fatel, like what I was trying to connect it was like he does the whole podcasting like network, you know. So, but he has different shows that are on the network. So it's like you know, people will like tap in and see like, oh, Chanel West Coast got a show. Edie, I mean from the Outlaws got a show. You know what I mean? But it's all under one thing.
Okay, and he's the one he's the main source.
It's like he's the Fox, right?
Yeah.
And then all those little networks under it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Dark shows, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, like it would be cool for y'all to meet and link up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out him.
He was in Phoenix or something.
Somewhere
like that. And he was and he was saying that he got some shit with the Clippers. I don't want to say his business, but yeah, they got some good news and shit. But we hopefully we can link up soon and build some shit.
Nice.
Yeah,
definitely good dude.
Do you plan on doing like big because so you said you were gonna do what's his name
Vinny West? Yeah, we have a concert June 14th at the Observatory that I kind of like linked up and made happen.
All him?
Yeah, just all
him in songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we might add a couple openers here and there, some surprise guests, but yeah, all him.
And what's the dates?
June 14th at the Observatory. So
okay.
Buy your tickets if you don't have them.
and then as far as future shit or before that, you don't want to do like, you know what I mean, multiple artists.
You know what? This is my first one that I've like coordinated it myself.
Oh, okay.
Like I've never I've done club walkthroughs with artists and things like that, but I've never coordinated a show at the venue.
Oh, shit.
So I'm kind of excited for it, just to like see the process. You know what I mean? And like it's a 350 capacity venue. It's not that big.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let's see if it could be like a quick sellout or was, you know, kind of test the waters.
It's just like a club event, just bigger.
Just bigger.
You know what I mean?
It's another notch under your belt though, like to get more experience doing different things. And
don't be too nervous.
It sounds like you got a lot of experience doing different things like that. That's killer shit.
I just try to keep myself busy, dude, to be honest. And like I'll take on tasks and like help people, you know what I mean, as much as I can.
Power 106 is a good spot to work for. It seems like
it's great.
It's a good spot, dude.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's pretty much top of the top. You know.
Yeah,
for sure. As radio stations, for radio stations.
As far as radio stations go, like I've been listening since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So
I was like, Big Boy. I was listening to him in the morning, dude.
Okay.
I still listen to him.
Yeah.
I know he's not on it no more. My bad on that.
No, you're good.
But I know he's not on it no more. But yeah, dude, I listened to him my whole since junior high school. I've been listening to him. You know.
He's for sure. LA legend.
Yeah. It's wild.
Who's one of the people in the radio industry that you look up to, or that helps you a lot?
Dang. It's a good question. A lot of people actually. I take bits out of it, kind of everybody's personalities and kind of like put them, to mine. But
why don't you name a couple that stood out to you real good and that kind of like pushed you further in your career?
Okay. I say Cece for sure. Like I mentioned her earlier, she kind of got me started. Mm-hmm. E-Man for sure for giving me the opportunities to just do more than my job, and kind of work with the artists. Who else? My boy Teddy was on the radio. And then he did some work in San Bernardino, and we went to Phoenix together, like back and forth. Letty, the new morning show host, which is Brown Bag Mornings.
Yeah, I heard her.
Yeah, she's super dope. But I just kind of like I said, just like take bits and pieces out of it. If like everybody's.
That's a true entrepreneur, though.
You have to,
because I've done the same
sponge,
thing.
I'm a sponge for the art, for the craft.
That's probably why you've been able to do so many things that you're doing with that company right now, because they see that you're just catching on. At first, are you like real quiet about it, like you just kind of catching everything, and then they start seeing you push more? Like, did it take time?
Like my work ethic kind of shows for myself.
That's what I feel like.
That's just what I like. Like I'm not very over the top with it. I'm very like just subtle, and like if you ask me to do something, it'll get done. Just don't be expecting me to give you updates every day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean.
That's a kind of like person that you want to work with, though.
Yeah,
that's the kind of people you want to work with, because they're kind of like, we call them sleepers. You know what I mean? Like that car is fast as shit.
Sleeping on the job.
No. Old school. Like we call them sleepers. Those cars that it rolls up as a nice car, but it'll smoke all these other fucking cars that look like they're way faster.
That's the humbleness and how you carry yourself.
We call them sleepers. They're just like boom, like they're the ones that took off.
If I see an opportunity, I'm like there. You know what I mean? Or like the word of the year is like initiative. You know what I mean? Like let's take initiative and get shit done. You know what I mean? So. A lot
of it's hard to find those kind of people now too. I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know. It's hard to find those kind of people, man.
Yeah.
It's like we were just talking about this. Like it's like hard. America it's like that a lot. A lot of the people just got lazy. They don't want to work. Yeah. They don't want to do anything.
It's like, that's weird. Like you would assume that you're making more than like. And people in other countries or whatever take advantage of it
because they're used to it.
They just want that free money.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think it was after COVID, man.
Nobody wanted to work after COVID.
After COVID, it really, dude. I mean,
collecting that money and send home.
I would have resumes like around, let's say, anywhere from 30 to 80 resumes.
Yeah,
dude, I'm lucky to get 1 or 2 resumes a month
because nobody wants to work.
It's like
it's fucking crazy.
What?
I think pandemic made people like. Not want to work, made them lazy, made them like
getting those checks and shit.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I could stream and make this much money now. Let's do this instead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just like it like took the passion away from things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I know it's sad, man. It's sad because like you got people from other countries coming in here starting whole businesses up, and they're stomping all over us. You know,
because they want it more. Yeah, they have the drive to go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we were even talking. Even people from other states are coming in from small states that have big dreams. I'm sure you see it with artists and things like that. Come in and they take over because they see LA and they're like, oh man, I'm coming in for the kill. And people in LA are just not really putting it out like like the other people are. Yeah. You see that with a lot of artists?
Like artists that come in and they're like, they're the weirdest people, but they have like some core fan base.
Yeah.
And they stream the fuck out of their shit for whatever reason. And then it goes so crazy. It's so viral that we have to pick it up. Like,
Yeah.
For sure.
You trip out on that because the music industry is different because of that, huh?
Yeah,
It
very
changed
different.
the game, huh?
Yeah, I was showing my girlfriend like just some like artist that I've kind of been listening to. She's like, "The fuck is this?" And I'm like, "Watch, wait, like give it a couple months." And she's like, "This shit is stupid." I'm like, "No, it's not. This is their creative. You know what I mean? Like this might not be
them,
yours, but you know what I mean. Like to them, that's their bag. You know?
I remember when I first, it was a reel, and 6ix9ine came out, and it was red hair.
Yeah.
Well, colored hair actually.
You're like, what is
and
this?
Same thing. Like, what the fuck is this? 2 months later,
Took off.
it was everywhere.
You just don't know who's who. You know.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, wasn't Rich the Kid had sent all of us DMs, like me and like 10 other friends, and we didn't even know who this kid was. And then like once he blew up and everything, we're like, hey, Rich the Kid DM'd us.
And
you
opened it after.
We look back, we're like,
yeah.
oh shit.
Damn. So how does that like affect how you do things now? Like because now
I mean,
you're
I
like,
don't
damn, I'm gonna
overlook things.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess like I don't overlook. Like
Because you never know.
Yeah, you just never know. And like the people that the kids tell me about, like, oh, have you heard of this artist or this artist? I'm like, oh, let me check them out.
So that's how you keep your ear to the street. You
Yeah, like I never say no to things. I'm like, oh, let me hear it.
Yeah.
You know? And if it's trash, it's trash. If it's good, it might be good. Whatever. But
Yeah,
I actually like that. Like I like discovering new artists and kind of helping out where I can.
I'm telling you, either A&R or management.
Label something.
Yeah, you got it. You you're already damn near there.
Yeah.
Is there an artist you discovered he's taking off, he's doing things? Are you people don't know about him yet right now, or?
I mean,
you ain't gotta say it on air if you don't want to.
Yeah,
it's up to you.
I don't want to say it like that, but I'll tell you later. I have like an extensive play. Like I have a stupid like play like just people that I like listen to, and like I write everything down just so I don't forget. To be honest.
Yeah, you're precise.
You're dialed in.
Yeah, you're
precise. That's good though. That's what's getting him so far in power, dude. I can tell.
You know what? I just take a lot of notes, and I'm like, let me write this down so I don't forget type shit.
Yeah,
I can see the DJing thing turning into a label. And you know what I mean, like because you have the ear for it,
or a branch of it,
or something along that. You know what I mean, off of something else, and like you know what I mean. You guys starting to.
I could see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, just like I never turned down an idea or a dream.
Me VP,
sure.
me VP 80/20.
80/20.
You know what I mean? So. But yeah, no, I can see it for sure though.
Tell me if you guys have heard of any of these artists. Have you heard of Heen Beezy?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of R3 the Chili Man?
Yeah.
Elijah the Boy?
Yeah.
Pharaoh Sean?
No.
Young Kurt?
No.
C5 the Reaper?
No.
Memo the Mafioso?
No.
Babytron?
No.
22 Give?
No.
I could go on, but it's like
they're popping right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I know the ones that I do know. I mean, my artist has songs with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I've heard their names.
Yeah.
That's because I know it had to been from you.
Yeah.
But if you go online or whatever, they're all verified. They have like millions of streams, and you're like,
damn,
okay, but they're not mainstream as like radio.
Yeah.
But they have their fan bases that are like going crazy.
For sure.
Yeah. And like, do you know what? So another thing I did in my career, I was a tour manager for 2.5 years.
Oh shit!
So I stepped down from my position at Power at the time. It was just before all the mergers and stuff. And I tour managed for artist named Main Tokyo. He had a song called Uber Everywhere, and his brother 24 Hours. So they had a label with like maybe 6 or 7 artists. So I was tour managing for them, like, running shows, running around the country. And that was great. That was a fun part of my career.
All right. You said for 2 years?
For about 2.5, yeah.
Damn. I didn't even know that, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was back when, it was, because we had him at Sevilla's.
Tokyo?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was at Sevilla's Riverside. We had him, that was last time. Damn, yeah, no, that's crazy.
Can you tell us like a story that you could tell? Like a story, like one of the craziest stories from the tour? Yeah.
I think it's just experiences, just being able to like book Airbnbs and book hotels and like kind of route a tour myself. That was like, oh shit.
You plan so tour manager. So what is a tour manager?
So I had a boss. His name is Mike, who was like Tokyo's day-to-day like manager. He's the one that would like set up everything, and then I would go on the road with him. But I was the one that was like helping him like book flights, book hotels. But so pretty much he would say, okay, here's our 12-city tour. It's gonna start in LA and end in New York. But in between we're gonna go to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So I would have to go on and like, okay, so if I drive from here to here, it's only 6 hours, and then we can get a spot here, do the show, sleep, and then in the morning I have to wake up at 7 a.m. to give myself enough time to go here. You
were the manager on the road. He was the manager
in the office.
In the office, yeah.
Okay. But like there were certain shows or certain tours where it was like big enough that both of us had to go out there. But for like the most part, it was like I would just go out there, But I think just like running around the country and like getting to go to different radio stations and like meeting different people was like crazy.
Would you do it again?
The connection.
Yeah, I would do it again. Yeah.
Why'd you take a step down? Because you just saw like a better opportunity?
Just to do it, to be honest, just to like experience it.
Okay.
So I met Mike. He was working the record for Tokyo, the Uber Everywhere one. So I had asked him to come out to one of the high school games. So Tokyo came out, and like I saw Mike stressing out. Like, what the fuck are you, like, why are you so stressed? Like, tap the fuck in, And he was like, man, I'm just I'm all over the place. I have like 4 different artists I'm trying to, do, plus fucking Uber's taking off. And I'm like, if you need help, like, I'm here, like I do promotions for Power, Yeah. And he was like, okay, let's talk. All right, cool. So like a month went by, and then I hit him up for another high school. He came and brought, Tokyo. The same thing. He looked very stressed. I'm like, dude, I'm here. Yeah. What do you need?
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'll call you Monday. All right, cool. So Monday comes, and he's like, hey, I have a smaller artist who's going on like a 4 or 5 city run mid-March. He's like, can you do it? And I'm like, how long is like the whole run? He's like, you're going to do like 6 shows, but you'll be out for like 2 weeks. Okay, cool. So I told my boss at the time, like, this is what I'm going to do. And he was like, okay,
cool with it, yeah.
Go do it. So I took like just 2 weeks vacation. Yeah. Just so I could still get paid. And then I took, the fucking artist on the road, and
that's some
it was good.
Shit. That's dope, dude.
Yeah. It was just, I just kind of took an opportunity, took it. And then after that, we got back, and Mike was like, the photographer was like Tokyo's brother. I didn't know that. So when we got back, he had asked him, like, hey, how did he do? And he was like, oh, it was great. So Mike was like, okay, well, he never talks about like anybody in that light. So, like, are you free for this show and this show and this show? Yeah, cool. So I just started doing like little weekend shows, which turned into like a whole tour. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Damn. And then he offered me a job, and that's that.
Got paid and had fun.
Yeah. Shit. And then like once everything kind of slowed down, and then the pandemic came, then it was like, all right, well, let's go back to radio.
Yeah. How was radio doing during COVID and all that? It was still moving.
It was good. It was still moving and grooving because like people were in their houses and their cars still. You know,
listening. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I don't think it like took a fall or anything like that. Yeah. We were closed like as far as like the office, like just like the whole world. Yeah. But back to like the hustle thing, it's crazy because I was making more money staying home, right, because of the whole COVID shit. But they had like called me like, hey, can you come back to work? And I was like, yeah, cool. What am I gonna be doing, like my normal job? And they're like, no, you're just gonna be like taking temperatures, like of people that are coming into the office, because like we were slowly starting to bring people back. I'm like, okay, cool. So I I would like clock in and whatever, but I wasn't making as much as I made during the pandemic. But I gave up that check for the long run of like my job,
staying there and then fucking with you because you
knew that if you didn't go back, maybe you wouldn't be going back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Exactly. So. But like a lot of people turned it down. Like they turned down coming back to work because they were making a bag. I'm like, it's not Me?
It ain't gonna last forever.
It wasn't permanent. It was
It's
temporary.
not a permanent
That's the
fix.
thing.
You know?
It ain't gonna last forever.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. I worked the whole time. I was, you know, the business I had that was trucking, and so they needed to still be worked on.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you know, it was
Yours is damn near recession proof.
It was. Yeah,
You had to.
I came to work every day. I had to have
Yeah.
a badge, all that same stuff. Everything was empty. I even went to downtown LA before, for a couple things. It was so eerie how empty
traffic.
it was.
No
It took me 20 minutes from
The
Upland
freeway.
to get to LA.
Yeah, I remember it being on the
20
freeway.
minutes to get to downtown LA. I was like, dude. And then when it all started coming back, I was like, man.
It's like worse now than it was
Yeah,
before.
yeah, they hate it even
it's
more.
Crazy. Man.
But yeah, so I mean, you know, that's a little bit about me.
What keeps you focused though, like that? Because you have, no matter what, you have a hustler's mentality, man. Big time. Like you take opportunities that a lot of people are not going to take.
Yeah.
For a lot of different reasons, and that right there, like, is first off, that right there, like, when somebody works with somebody like that, it's gonna go far for you, and because they had nothing but good things to say about you.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep going down the ladder.
Yeah.
But what keeps you like that? Like, because I mean, what keeps you humble? What keeps you like? What grounds you?
You know what I think? I mean, my family for sure. I think my family's like, you know, most important thing. And I think just like the hunger of wanting more, you know, like just, I don't know, like I eventually want to have like property. I want to, you know, be able to do like things that I haven't ever been able to do, you know, like growing up, you know, and I want to be able to give my kids that, you know, experiences. But yeah, I think that's just like family is like super important.
So you're real close with your family.
Yeah. My dad. So my dad's from Mexico. My mom's from here. But I think just seeing like his hustle and his dedication, like kind of, you know, to like get a house here, get citizenship was like, you know, it's very motivating.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's what we're talking about too. Is they'll come out and they hustle harder than, and see, it's worse now. I mean, they'll hustle harder than us, dude. So when I would see them when I was younger, and I would see people come from other countries and like have their business, and I'd always be like, how would this dude have his own business? And my pops is like working for somebody. Yeah. And I used to be like, man, I'm not gonna do that. I'm a hustler.
Hunger isn't there.
Bro,
The hunger,
You
the hunger
know,
isn't there.
Exactly.
I want to hustle. Like I want to get my own. You know, and then a lot of companies, not every company, but a lot of companies look at you like a number. You know, and even I worked for even some companies where I'm thinking, oh man, I did so much for this place. You know, there's no way they're gonna look at me like that. Right. They still did. You know, there is
bottom line.
There is companies that won't. There's great companies out there, but there is companies that do. And that's when I was like, yeah, I'm not working for nobody no more. Yeah. That's when I decided
to set your own stuff up, dog.
Like
ownership is super important.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. I did see a guy though. I did see a guy. He worked for a company, and he would always fix their problems. He works. Well, I'm just gonna say he worked for Skechers. He would always but he was like the background, you know. Yeah. So he would like figure out like stuff for the CFO, all kinds of different people. They literally created a specific job for him. Oh shit! And that's all he did was help fix all their problems.
Like a consultant.
Kind of, yeah. And then he got his own office. I mean, this dude is making a killing now, dude. And I'm like, so that's a company that saw the worth of him, right? But not everybody sees that. So it's up to you, your hustle. Like that's what it sounds like you are. Like you've been all over different areas of Power 106. Yeah. So is it do you see a lot of other people doing things like you there, or are you kind of rare?
I don't know. I'm not gonna
talk your best. Yeah, talk your shit.
You know.
Yeah, talk it, man. You're on a podcast.
He's the best one there.
I'm not gonna say all
he gets the biggest crowds.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
Best bookings.
Relax.
He told me.
I'm very humble about it.
He told me.
Tell you shit.
We were talking back there. He's like, fuck the motherfucker.
Stop it. I would never talk shit about anybody.
He's too humble. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I feel like everybody, especially at the station, is like where they're at for a reason. You know, they're in the number 2 market in the country for a reason. Yeah. You know? And I think it's just their hustles too. You know? Like we're all, I guess, cool and different in our own way. You know? Like if you talk to like Charisma, it'll be a whole different conversation than me. If you talk to Letty, it'll be a whole different conversation than, you know, me. It's like but we're all special in our own way. And we bring stuff to the table that helps push the brands, you know, and kind of, we all love what we do. You know,
Basically.
and like to me, I think that's the most important thing.
So you love it.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
You have to.
I love music. I love radio. I love
and then
everything.
with the shit you're doing, the
DJing
DJing shit, it's not like where you put in an application and then
right.
just like
you
you have
knock on doors.
You have and you have to be good.
Yeah.
You have, and then people are going to ask about you. Like, has he been where you've been before?
Man, let me tell you a story about that. So I started hosting clubs right when I was 2 years into this, like the whole radio stuff, right? My first gig was in downtown Fullerton for like $25 and some drink tickets. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'll go out at this little bar, you know, host it and shit. And then I did that for like maybe 6-7 months. And then after that, I was like, okay, like I made all my mistakes there. So now when I go to a bigger club, I could charge what I deserve to be paid, you know, and actually like host it right. You know what I mean? And not say stupid shit or fuck it up. You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
Damn, $25.
Bro, it was wild.
That's because back in the day they used to do it. Like now, I ask for a flat fee. Like, but back in the day it was like $3 a person. So each person I bring,
because you were like a promoter.
Yeah. But
shit, I was
DJ
just on
is
the
different.
mic hosting.
You're on the mic hosting, but $25 for you.
Yeah.
And you're on the mic hosting.
I wasn't shit at the time. I mean, like
what I'm saying. Like that's crazy.
But you wanted to learn. You wanted that experience,
and you stayed into it.
I've done a lot of that too. Like where you just wanted the experience. Like this. Like they're like, why are you messing with this dude? Dude, you got no idea what I'm about to learn from this.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's
sure.
like I can care less. Like I'm sure you gotten that. You know. Just from they said the $25, dude. So like, that's how it is though, because the experience is priceless compared to that. You know,
you got to be willing to eat crumbs for a couple months and eat good for the rest of your life.
But
you know
now
what I mean?
People don't understand that though. That's like a whole other. That's like
people don't hustle that more.
That's like going back to the whole like post COVID thing. People don't do that shit no more. Like they wanted to get paid their fucking $500 a set for DJing and this and that. But like, dude, you started DJing like last month. You know what I mean? Like,
$500 is crazy,
dude, right? It's the same thing. People come in here, they came out of school, they're asking for $30 an hour.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, I can't even put you on the floor by yourself.
Like, what experience do you bring to the table that I could pay you that?
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing more than
you know what I mean? Yeah, I break it down, like, you know what I mean? Like, can you do this and that? They have no clue what I'm talking about.
So for your DJs your DJs that you book for your company, like, what are like the main things that you look for?
I mean, talent, I think is one, like the biggest one. Work ethic, grind. I think if you're willing to take some of the smaller accounts that we have, then we're gonna give you the bigger accounts.
Like being an opener or so.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like if a bar comes up to us and says, "Hey, we don't have a lot of money, but we can give you like $400 for the night. Can you get us like a couple DJs?" And if I reach out to my team and they're like, "Yeah, I'll do it," cool. But and then when the bigger stuff comes around, then I'm like, I remember that, so I'm gonna put you on the bigger stuff.
You know what though? Like nowadays, it'd be like listening to you. Like people need to watch this shit. Listening to you, because that's the thing is a lot of guys don't exist in that industry anymore either though too. So you saying that like me off the bat, I'd be thinking, dude, I'm gonna take the small gigs because I know this dude's gonna remember me. But it is still hard for people to believe that too because of how people are in that industry now.
Oh yeah,
very so shady. it make shady. Dude.
Like in the club world, it's very shady. Sometimes like people don't they want to come in and undercut certain DJs or like tell the bar like, oh, I'll do it for $30 cheaper. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. It's the same thing in a lot of industries, man.
You ever work with any artists or seen any artists that you like you were like, damn, I thought they would have been cooler than this, like, or they were like, you know what I mean, like not assholes, but just like, you know what I mean, like you kind of like just disappointed, like yeah.
No, you know what?
Not really, to be honest. We'll bleep it out. We won't, but
nah.
You can say it,
not. You know what? Not really, because like you could kind of get people's vibes. Like certain people come in to like the station and you're like, oh, like, he's not having a good day.
Let me not talk to him.
Yeah, like let me just not like take a picture. Let me not interact. So I mean, I think I'm a good judge of like reading the room. Like if you're in a bad mood, I'm not gonna go and be like, hey man, can I get a picture real quick?
Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm just like leave your ass alone. But no, I mean, like I've seen people come in and up in like foul moods, but I know it's only a mood. Like we have our own moods too, But at the end of the day, when you go home and you're in your house, like you're super happy.
Yeah.
You know, so like I don't think like anybody's miserable in like their whole life. You know.
Yeah.
They just have their days.
Would you ever?
In my opinion.
Would you ever want to be on air?
Yeah. I would for sure. I had a couple opportunities to do it. I just didn't take them because they were like out of state. But yeah, I mean, it's not.
We're charging 25. We're paying $25 an hour. if we need,
25 in this economy, you'll find somebody.
Got you. Now you would do dope.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You do dope.
I actually got an offer in Vegas, pre-pandemic to go.
Oh shit!
And I was like,
for a radio station.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, "What's the pay?" And she's like, $16.50, which was the minimum wage now, but it wasn't back then.
So it was a lot then.
It was
no.
It was
back
like
then
$3 more, maybe. Like it was like 13 something, right? Like pre-pandemic, it was like 13, 14.
Yeah.
And she's offering me like 16, and I was like, "Oh, I can't come
to
move to Vegas to do the whole car thing." Like, and I'm like, my rent's gonna be cheaper, but my bills are gonna be the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't do that.
And then just family, just uprooting alone, just like the whole lifestyle, like
But like I got I got flown out to Vegas, and then we did the interview, and like all that for me to just be like, sorry.
Shit, you got a free flight.
Hey, sometimes you got to get a free flight, man.
Yeah.
I mean, these girls be doing it all the time.
Yeah.
I was in town for like 3 hours, and then like a quick little
turnaround.
So yeah, it was like just for the interview.
Should have fake sick and stay longer.
Right. Oh, can you extend my flight?
Right. How have you ever met or worked with Big Boy?
I worked with him when I first started.
How was that?
He's cool.
Yeah.
Cool dude. Yeah.
Funny as fuck, huh?
He's funny. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was good vibes.
Who's do you have like any like best friends in the industry? I know you love everybody. But like,
I mean, my best friend started at Power, and then he was there when I started. But like, you know, he transitioned out, and then but yeah, like we're still best friends. Like I've known him for like 11 years now.
Is he in radio still or no?
He does radio and like TV. So he was on Wild 'N Out like the last couple, like maybe 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. His name's Teddy Mora. I don't know if you guys have heard of him.
Asian dude?
No.
I don't think I heard of him.
But he that was like my dog.
Yeah.
My best friend.
Damn, well, now so you get opportunities like that from being on the radio?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Shit.
Damn, that's good. I watch.
He's funny as fuck too, so it's
perfect.
Kind of did it, but yeah, it was good.
Is this your first podcast?
Yeah.
It is.
Actually, no. I've hosted them like for my own stuff, but I've never been like
been on
guest or something like that. Yeah.
Were you nervous?
It's just weird talking about myself. Like I can't talk about myself, but like,
dude, the first podcast I was ever
weird
on,
as fuck.
That's what I had to do, and I hated it, dude. You know what I mean?
It's just weird. Like I could host the fuck out of a podcast, like out of a podcast, but I can't talk about myself and be like, oh, like.
The first time I was telling him, the first time I did it, I didn't even want to. I couldn't watch myself for like the first 3 episodes.
So you're like, damn,
I didn't want to hear myself talk, all that. Like, yeah, I couldn't hear myself talk. None of that. I didn't like it.
I know we couldn't understand.
It's just because you hear yourself and you're like, oh yeah, I sound like shit.
Yeah.
And then you kind of like warm up to yourself.
That was weird hearing yourself for the first time too. You're like, damn, man, I hate my voice, or you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just asshole.
Like I've recorded commercials and shit like that, but it's like just different. Like I said, just like talk about yourself.
You should show him your commercial that you recorded for us.
I didn't like that shit either.
Yeah, I know, I'm just messing.
I didn't like. No, I didn't. I told you I didn't like that shit either. They made me do it though.
I used to host a podcast on this platform called Track Life Radio. It was called The Guest List. And then I did it was called The Takeover Show because we had like this like DJ group called the Takeover, and we were like DJing the clubs and shit like that. So we just like made a podcast out of it. But I mean, yeah, those are the only 2 really that I did.
Well, man, I'm about to have an opening in a minute. If you want to take.
Oh, what?
I'll kick his ass out of here. That's crazy.
Yeah, whatever. Shouldn't you be like wrenching or something like that? Don't you got like some tires to change right now?
I just gotta oil up a truck.
Right, oil, yeah.
I was like, man,
Fucking Jiffy
just throw a
Lube.
pea hat on real quick, and like, hey, you got the job.
No, man. Rico's cool.
Yeah, goddamn Jiffy Lube. Talking shit.
It's fuck you guys, dude. That's crazy.
We do this all the time, dude.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
It's gonna get worse. Too.
Yeah, don't worry about Grandpa. What would be the deal like if you was like, do you guys like for radio stations like, would it be like beef if you was working at Power next, you was like, I'm going to 991, like type shit like,
because they're all competitors
for real.
Yeah, like I mean like the main ones like if like Power Real, because they play the same music, so they're like direct competitors. But yeah, I mean it's I'm not gonna go too deep in it, but it's they are direct competitors.
There has been beef in the radio world.
People want to say beef, but I don't think so.
Oh, because you guys win it all the time. Is that why you guys?
No, it's friendly competition.
Dude, Power is the biggest one.
Well, yeah.
You can't beat Power.
Yeah, if you think about it, it's like we're just known in other states and people know Power. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when people fly out and do the interviews with the big they've
had legendary artists on there, legendary DJs.
Actors, everything, dude.
Things.
Like, I mean, you would have Will Smith on there. You'd have everybody, like any actors. Like, dude, they were all over Power. It was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a legendary station for sure.
I didn't remember those all like major actors being on 991 or nothing like that.
I mean, I think the biggest thing for me for growing up on 991 was Art LeBeau, and then like after 10 o'clock the R&B shit. Mm-hmm. Like, but I was like a teenager and like listening on my radio.
Growing up, I would always win like the contest, like
you won them?
This, call her that.
I've never won, bro. Online,
really?
You won them before?
Yeah, before. Like I used to be like, okay, beat caller 10 for this or that. I bet. So I'm on there. I'm on like 2 phones. Like
I knew this
phone back in the day.
And you remember the song order or something like that? Was it one of those?
It was different contests. Like I remember I won like $200 one time because it was like a ticking time bomb like thing. Like you needed to like say stop before the bomb exploded or some shit. So I was like, click, click, click. And I was just like, when the fuck do I say stop? And I was like, all right, stop. And they're like, oh, you won $200. I'm like, well, cool.
Damn. So you've been in radio forever.
I mean, I've been a fan of the radio. Like I've been a fan of the craft forever, and that's what made me like get into school for it and get it like into pursuing it as a career.
Yeah. Did you ever... No rap career, or we don't know about nothing, right? No. Okay. I don't want to find out you was in the whole group, a rap group.
No, never that. Yeah, I'm not a rapper for sure.
You
I love to work with rappers, but I'm not a rapper.
So would you take a managing role if an artist asked?
Depends on what if it
the pay
the pay and the time.
Yeah.
But I think more the like. I just love to put things in like play,
puzzle pieces.
So if it makes sense, like if an artist wanted to do like a record with like like a certain producer, and I know the producer, I'm gonna link them up.
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna charge you. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna tax you off of that, But if it ended up being a hit, then I might ask for like a credit on it. But I'm not gonna like money, tax you up front. Like,
I think that's why that's why you've gotten where you've gotten. You don't do it for.
I don't do it for money, for sure.
Can I get this out of it? Yeah. And then I help you. I think you've gotten this because the vibes.
Just the love of the shit.
You get it back.
Yeah,
that's why you've been
so many people that do it the other way though.
And they fuck themselves up by doing that.
People start thinking you're shady for doing stuff like that.
For
like,
sure.
Dude, like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, just link us up. You know them.
Yeah.
Like,
why not just do a group text?
Yeah.
Like it's that simple.
Listen, you guys. Literally, what he just said. Literally, what he did. I talked to him at the club one night.
Mm-hmm.
I was lit. He was sober because I remember trying to make him take shots, and I was like, I was telling him about the podcast. I was like, I got this podcast, this and that. We're trying to get bigger. If you know anybody, boom, boom, boom. He was like, yeah, for sure. I think like a week later or like that week, I get it's a text with 2 people in it. I'm like, Brian, who's the other number? It was him connecting me with somebody that was doing some good shit for Tail. Shout out for Tail, but and that's literally what he did. put a group text together and then did that.
That's the best way to
A lot of people won't do that
problem
shit.
solver.
For sure.
Problem solver.
For sure.
A dot connector. But like long-term manager, back to your question. I would. It just needs to make sense. You know.
And if you fuck with the artist enough, if you believe in it enough,
if I believe in you, that's probably the biggest thing.
Because
You believe in Rico?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we're doing this. 12
I've known you for a long time.
Right, 12 city tour. You know what I mean? We're taking over.
Yeah, podcasts are doing major tours.
That would be dope if you can. If
sure.
you know what I mean? Like that's what we want to do. We want to go on
Dude,
live some live shit.
Leisure, yeah, Earn Your Leisure. They're doing like big fat tours, like concerts, making the concert money. It's crazy. Like,
and it's crazy because venues are reaching out to them to book them. It's not vice versa. It's like yeah, like it would be cool for every podcast to want to like do a show, but it's like. Like 80% of the time is like the podcast reaching out to the venue to do it. It's not vice versa. You know what I mean?
And that's when you know you got some good shit when the podcast. I mean, when the venue's hitting you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the level that we want to be on. You know what I mean? Doing.
We're on your way too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You guys got the followers. You guys got the right people here too. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
just making it
appreciate
work.
that. Yeah, man.
Sure.
We have some more things coming up, but we're gonna start messing with.
Yeah.
So
we
we're gonna start because we do a lot of things anyways, low key between when we were doing this. It's like, dude, we got to start adding that to it, but like make it more exciting for that because we already joke around a lot, you know what I mean? And I think it'd be cool to even bring in the guests to kind of like jump in on that, on certain things that we do. And because we were talking
like
about
bits,
that.
right? And like little bits. Like
a little
bit
bit in between, and like get because. Dude, I think it's good to make something feel a little awkward at the same time, but at the same time, like,
funny too.
Prank, like little things. Like we're already knuckleheads when it comes to that, anyways. It's like let's throw it in.
Why not?
Exploit
that.
Yeah,
exactly. We're gonna do it. So yeah, I mean,
it just keeps elevating and keeps getting bigger.
Have
and bigger.
to.
Yeah, so that's good. This is a good one. Since he's in this world, what because we're running out of time. So what would be some good? I know I didn't even know. I looked over. We're already over the hour.
Oh shit!
But I wanted to say like, what kind of advice would you give people like us trying to start a podcast, doing the thing? Like, what kind of advice would you say?
Just do it and start reaching out to people that you like, that you have like seen grow, or as like an artist, or like shit like that. Like shit, even like other podcasts. Like I've seen podcasts collab on shit.
Yeah.
We've
done that on a couple already.
See, and then it's like you just get more views and more eyes. You know what I mean? But I mean, just do it. To be honest, like like if you're sitting in your fucking room, and you just have a mic, do it. You know? So like nobody's gonna stop you.
Right.
You might sound like shit your first episode or two, but just do it. Start somewhere.
Yeah. How was your experience on the show?
It was good.
Yeah.
First one down.
My first time here, so hopefully I'll be back, and
dude, we do it again.
Can chop it up for on some other shit. But
what you do? Shed the sheep.
That's our slogan right there. Shed the sheep. So we're gonna look at the camera and say "Shed the sheep" on 3.
This one or that one?
Which one we on right now, guys?
He's gonna look at the one near
Rico. Okay.
So on 3, we're gonna say "Shed the sheep." 1, 2, 3.
Shed the sheep. Howls over Baaz. I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Rico Savage.
I'm Brian D.
Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, though.
Push that button.
Press it. We're out.
Peace.
Peace.